Yeah. Coke fed for some head, let's get in the car, I said. She grabbed my hand, girls rescue met the bar, witness said. Tears fled the head, I'm weak, not dead, she tweet, I guess she confessed. She thinking less, not drinking less. Bathroom says, best to get spontaneous. Our stereotype, put to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve, it works. Skyline as I rise like fireworks. Smell through the bag, don't touch my perk.
Yo, hey, hello everybody, and welcome to the preview of the Oklahoma City Thunder post-game, pre-game show. Our first game is tomorrow night. The NBA being as messy as they are, the first Thunder game is tomorrow night against the Houston Rockets, which I think is kind of funny the way that the NBA has set this whole thing up, which of course we're going to go into detail tonight. But yet we are excited that tomorrow several things happen, and we'll talk about that but here in just a second. But the fact that the opening night is here already, we just seem like we just got done playing. And I was like, yeah, but, it's because we're used to losing in May or April or, June sometimes. But for the most part, we're just losing. I mean, we're not used to winning and playing into the finals and playing and winning the finals and going 7 games. And so we're not used to that. So, yes, everything turned around so quick. And because, like I said, I'm not that big of a baseball guy. I like baseball, but, we didn't have to have a lot of baseball this year because we went from looking at our Thunder team to boom, you go from that right into what? You go right into football season and then right into that basketball season. So, and it has been a good football season thus far professionally as far as some of your teams are concerned. Some there are, depending on how you feel. But the NBA season, to me, is when the things start getting real. Hockey has started, so it's just good that you get to – that hockey has started, the basketball's here, everything is ready to go. And, by the way, we are at one of my favorite places to kick the show off tonight, Cat's Tavern, located 901 64th Street, just east of Classen, west of Chartel. Can't miss it. It's a great place. A lot of wonderful. The girls are fantastic. Bernie was great helping me get everything set up. And then I think Caroline is here now to close out the night. So anyway, great place. If you haven't been here, like I said, 64th and Classen basically is where it's at. They're open Sunday through Monday or Monday through Sunday from 12 to 2. Well worth it. Great backyard. My boy Ace loves the backyard here at Cats. He really, really does. It's his favorite, and he enjoys it, and I don't mind bringing him because he enjoys it. And, of course, all this is brought to you by YNB, family-owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to be out supporting women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. So we want to thank Randy and Caroline for their support and helping us get our show out there, number one, and number two, to help support the women, minority, and black-owned businesses. Much, much appreciated by YNB for their support. But like I said, you can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into one of their 5 locations. The main bank at 401 Elm, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. And let me see. I had to text everybody, let them know we're on. Or YNB Mustang, 218 Mustang Road, YNB Parkway off Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40, right there. Cannot miss it. And then, of course, YNB People's located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. Love that spot. So, but anyway, like I said, it's got some great stuff coming up. And I want to say, starting off, it's opening night for the Thunder, which is a big deal for us because of the simple fact that, we are the key matchup, first game of the NBA season. And we are going to be on, I think, 35 times this year, which matches the Golden State Warriors and the LA Lakers, of course, with LeBron and Steph, because those two are starting to fade out. I do appreciate the NBA's acknowledgement of us, acknowledgement of the fact that what we're trying to accomplish here, and acknowledgement of what Sam Presti and the Thunder have built here in Oklahoma City. So all those things, we want to thank the NBA for allowing us to be a showcase. Plus, when you look at downtown, when you look at Bricktown, when you look at everything that's happening around there. Why is that? Because we have the Thunder. That's why. We have the Thunder. If it wasn't for the Thunder, Oklahoma City would be okay, would not be the destination that it is. So, what does opening night basically mean? Number one, Kevin Durant is coming back to town. Number one. And when I look at it, here's me talking about how the NBA is very messy for these 4 reasons. Number one, KD gets to watch us raise the championship banner. Number 2, KD gets to watch the Thunder get the rings. Now, he won't. I don't think he'll be personally watching, but I was telling somebody here on the patio earlier that KD, and I told everybody earlier this week and all along, KD it doesn't hurt him or it's not going to make him mad or anything that we have a banner. I think that KD wanted to bring a championship to Oklahoma City. There's nothing in me that will ever let me believe, unless I hear it from his lips, that he did not want to win a championship here in Oklahoma City. It's the team that drafted him. It's the team that paid him the most money at that particular time. So the one that got him set up, I just don't see how Kevin Durant would not want to do that. But to me, the NBA is messy because of those reasons. But to me, most importantly, the NBA is messy because of this. SGA gets to break the record he currently holds with KD at 72 consecutive 20-point games. And it's so funny when I tell people this, they're like, wait a minute, what? What? I go, isn't that funny? How you have all these sports people, 4, 5, 9, 25, all these internet Thunder gurus, whatever, and none of them have brought that up. Isn't that interesting? And I've been harping on it for how long? And it's funny because when you look at what I've been accomplishing and what I bring to the table as far as let people know the intricacies of the small details of what's going on, it's funny that these people don't have much more followers than me. They're just doing it right. I'm not griping about that. It's just funny to me when I tell people that that happened. I'm like, they go, we didn't know that. I mean, how the hell you don't know that? How do you not know that KD has 72 consecutive wins, 20-point games, and he's tied with SGA? I mentioned that last year when SGA played his last game, and he sat out the last couple games, the fact that he had tied KD with that night, and the Thunder sat him out for the last 2 games. So I talked about that then. But now here it is, the NBA being messy like they are has allowed me to be, one, get KD to see our banner, get to raise the banner. KD get to watch us get rings. And number 3, SGA gets to break their record, or his record that he's held for 8 years. Because he said it, believe, with the Thunder our last year here, and then his first games with Golden State. That's when he set the record. That was that. I want to say that was 8 years ago, every bit 8 years ago. And I think that to me, when I look at that, I'm like, wow. Okay, wow, that's crazy that record stood that long. Because when you think of all the great players who play in the NBA, LeBron is something he's never done. Michael never did. What? How did these guys not get 20? And it just blows me away. Steph, I don't get it. But KD also gets beat in his first game with the Rockets, with his new team and his former team, or the team that drafted him. So those are the things that I look at for opening night that are meaningful, not necessarily meaningful, but meaningful to me. Is that, number 1, KD gets to see us raise the banner. Number 2, KD gets to watch us get rings. 3, SGA breaks the record that they're currently tied with for 72 consecutive games, and he loses to the team he just got traded to. They were supposed to make them NBA title contenders, which I believe 100% it does. Now, I'm not saying trying to act like the KD pickup wasn't huge, because it was huge. It was absolutely a huge gift for them. Now, with Van Fleet getting hurt, that's going to affect them 100%. 100%. But when you look at everything that they've done with that Finney Smith, getting Şengün, getting the big boy back who they drafted originally that went to play with Trae Young forever. And I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but that's what the Rockets are bringing. And to me, when I look at who the top 10 preseason guys are in the NBA this year, in my power poll or power rankings. I've done that, and you'll get to see that. So now the question is, who made the Thunder roster? Who are the Thunder going to have? Who are the Thunder going to start off this season with that are going to help us repeat? Well, guard-wise, I broke them to guard, forward, centers. You have SGA, Kayson, however you want to call him, Dort, Topic, A.J. Mitchell, Isaiah Joe, and Chris Youngblood got added to the roster. Then you've got let's see, 1, 2. You got J Dub, excuse me. Let me do it this way. Let me break down our starters. You have SGA, J Dub, you have Dort, you have Chet, you have Ihart. Then you had Caruso, you had Kayson. Okay, that's 7. And then you had Topic when he gets back is 8. You have A.J. Mitchell is 9. You have Aaron Wiggins is 10. And then after that, what do you want to do? Do you want to go with Jay Will? Do you want to go with K. Rich, Kendrick Williams? And then you got Brandon Carson. So you have a roster. But let's face it, when you go SGA, J-Dub, Dort, Chet, and Ihart, and then you go Caruso, and you go Kayson. You know that's your 7. That is your 7. And then after that, you can add Wiggins for 8, Kendricks for 9, Topic for 10, A.J. Mitchell is 11, Jay Will is 12, Brooks Barnheiser, if you want to add him, 13, Youngblood, 14. So you're really, really deep in what you want to do for the Thunder if that's what you choose to do, is to offer that access to the Thunder, which, why wouldn't you? You can't. I mean, our roster is going to be strong and positive to what that we did. So now, when I look at the accolades that the Thunder had this year, okay, what did the Thunder do? Here are the accolades for the Thunder this year. Winning percentage of 0.829, breaking the 95-96 Bulls. 84-21. One of the best teams in the league, 84-21, okay? And to me, this is the crazy stat. I was just talking to my nephew Dylan about this. I was just talking to him about it. 66 double-digit wins. 66 double-digit wins. That is just mind-boggling to me. 66 double-digit wins out of 84. Out of your 84 wins that you had, including the playoffs, 66 of them were double digits. Point differential, 12.9 in the season, 12.5 in the playoffs. I don't know how that gets any more complementary between what they did and what they did in the season and what they did in the playoffs. Same thing. But 66 of your 84 wins were double digits. That's insane. That is an insane number. And I do believe it was either the best or the most double digits or tied for the most or whatever. Top 3 for sure. I can't remember exactly what it was. But that's insane. You had 9 games that were 9 points or less. I'll let that sink in for a minute. You had 18 games that you won by 9 points or less. And that's why when we wanted to do the over-under, and we were talking about that, and my guy Dylan, he just asked me, he goes, man, what's your over-under? And so I showed him my over-under because I'm just like, it's hard to duplicate what we did last year. I don't care if you're really sitting out there thinking about it and looking at it, it's hard to actually predict or say. Now, I did get fortunate 3 years ago by predicting the exact number of Thunder wins, what happened at 40. I did do that. When we were projected to win 23, and I said we'd win 40, and I got so many people telling me I'm an idiot, and what are you talking about? And you can go back and look at it on camera, but I did say that back in the day, and it was exactly that. So when you look at the over-under this year, for the Thunder. Over-under projected wins is 62 and a half. What's going on? 62 and a half wins is the over-under. My guy Nathan predicted 62. I said there would be 63. The high of 70, the high of 69. That's what I had projected it to be. Now, whether it will or not, I don't know. But I did do a low of 59 compared to Nathan's 58. So you can see that he and I were pretty close and what our breakdowns were. I just figured that that the Thunder would win one more than what he did, just to be petty. As you know, I have been. As you know, I have capabilities of being. So that's what our over-under is, and that's what we're going to do. So, I was sitting there talking about the game tomorrow, and I said how I'm going to be sitting with the commander and his wife, lovely wife, Kimberly. And so I was sitting there laughing because I was like, yeah, I'm going to be filming when SJ gets 17 points. Because I want that to be part of what I'm doing. I won't do it live, but I might do it live. But it was kind of hard because I want to cut it on and cut it off. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the show, do video, and then I'm gonna post it. Of SJ scoring, when he gets 17, he can hit a 3 on KD, which gives him 20, which breaks the record. Or he can have 18 and have KD on him, and he could hit a 2-point shot, go to the free throw line, or hit a 3. Or he can have 19, hit a jump shot, hit a 3, or go to the foul line and make 1 or 2. But whenever he gets 17, I will be filming because, to me, that's a historic moment that people still aren't up on. It's a huge moment. Yes, I did see your boy Youngblood, Hotspot, and yeah, I like him. I really, really like him. We'll see how he actually does, but the question is, how much time will he play, as we talked about it, because, you got SGA, well, he may get the chance to play more until when J-Dub is out for the next, month and a half or so that J-Dub will be out. So I think that he may have a chance to play, but even if you don't have J-Dub, you have SGA, you have Kaysen, you have Caruso, you have Dort, you have Ihart, you have Chet, you have Wiggins, you have A.J. Mitchell, you have K-Rich. So that's the problem you run into. 7 minutes a game, yeah, that's possible, Hotspot. If depends on what his role is going to be. Okay, are you gonna put him in? But right now they've been playing Barnheiser before they've been playing Youngblood, which I don't. Daignault, the two things that he's good at is developing talent and out of bounds plays. Those are the two things that he's really good at. Okay, but that being said, I don't like when his rotations are terrible. I hate his rotations. I really, really do. I hate his rotations. But they are what they are, and he does what he does. But you know what I'm saying, Hotspot? His rotations that's his weakness to me. That's something that I just don't understand what he's thinking. I just don't. I don't understand his thought process. I don't understand how he comes to the conclusions he comes with playing the people he plays when he plays with. Let's just go ahead and do it. And that's why I put us at 59 wins for my over-under. Or my under, I should say. No, I know he's a catch-and-shoot guy. I know that. What's going on? I said I know that he's a catch-and-shoot guy. I know that, Hotspot. I just don't know how much he's going to be able to play, because the question is, who are you going to play him in front of? And I know it's early in the season, and it is 82 games. So, guard-wise, okay, let's pull up our roster real quick so you can see that. Because when you look at guard-wise, who is he going to be putting in front of, and who are you going to take out for him to play? So those are things you have to look at. So when you pull up the roster and you're looking at it, okay, you have SGA, you have Kaysen, you have Topich, you have A.J. Mitchell, you have Isaiah Joe. Oscar Caruso is still a guard, and Wiggins is still a guard. So, And then, like I said, he's been playing him before Brooks Barnheiser before him. So our coach is the type of coach that has that last Uno card. That's hilarious. Yes, he is. That's funny. But at the same time, he didn't have the last Uno card when it came down to what? We'll see how he does. I want young blood to play. I just don't know how much time he's actually going to get. And then also, if you're going to do Brooks Barnheiser, are you playing him in that first quarter? Is that when you're going to do it? I mean, he is his flow of the game is just crazy because he's set on who he's going to play and who he's going to put in the game, and I just don't understand his flow of the games at all. So we'll see. So he may play him, he may not. I don't know. I see that Barnheiser, to me, I believe that Hotspot. I think that Barnheiser will get more minutes than him. That's the way I look at it. Because when you looked at the preseason, when they needed defensive stops, they go play Barnheiser. And I was just arguing with somebody here on the patio the other night at Cats, talking about how they believe that Brooks Barnheiser is on the same trajectory as Alex Caruso. And I said, well, Caruso didn't become Caruso until Caruso left. Or maybe that was in our chat. Maybe that's in our chat. But anyway, I was like, Caruso didn't become Caruso until he left. So Barnheiser to become Barnheiser-Caruso path would have to leave here and go play for somebody else. So I don't really get that. I mean, I don't. But, our team starts with defense and goes from there, so we do know that. Yes, he did fall into our lap, 100%. And I did like him when he played. I liked Youngblood. I really liked what he had to offer. And plus, I'm more prone to listen to you more now because of A.J. Mitchell and your calling of him and what he brought to us that I did not see because I don't know if I even watched the Summer League last year, so I didn't really see him play a whole lot. But you were 100% right, Hotspot, with your take on A.J. Mitchell. So we'll see if your take is right on him. Now, it has been wrong with some other stuff, but it has been right on him. So we'll see how that works. But now let's talk about the Rockets a little bit. When I look at the Rockets, you know who they're going to start. They're going to start Amen Thompson. They're starting KD. They're starting Şengün. They're starting Jabari and Steven Adams. So that Steven Adams and Şengün lineup really scares the hell out of me. Now, Steven Adams and KD play together, so they're going to know each other really well. But that lineup with those two together, because the match are two bigs. So they're going to go Şengün, Chet, and they're going I-Heart, Steven Adams. Okay, that's basically what they're doing. So we'll see how that plays out. But that being said, that lineup does scare me. Then when you add KD with that, we don't have J-Dub, which means that's Dort's going to guard KD, which is going to be physical as hell. Then when you go Amen Thompson and you go Jabari, then that leaves you with SGA and Caruso or SGA and Kaysen. Now, I don't know who we're going to start, whether, to me, I think you start Caruso, but I believe they'll start Kaysen. So I think it'll be SGA, Caso, Dort, I-Heart, and Chet. I think that's going to be the Oklahoma starting five for the Thunder. That's the way I look at it. Now, it could be different, but that's the way I see that starting lineup. The best way to beat Steven Adams is to post him up, but I'm not worried about him scoring so much, Hotspot. I'm worried about him grabbing an offensive rebound or getting offensive rebounds. That's what I'm worried about, is getting them extra possessions. Because now they won't be the worst team in the league in the last 5 minutes. Because KD is an assassin. Everybody forgets that when KD was with us, he set the record for game-winning and game-tying shots in the NBA. He was the leader for 4 years in a row when he was with us. So he's always been a killer. It scares me when he pulls up to shoot the ball because when he misses, it's a shock. So I'm more worried about Steven Adams getting rebounds than I am doing anything offensively. He's going to score a little bit. He's capable of doing that 100%. But giving him another possession the way he used to do with us, those are the things that make me nervous. Hotspot says the Rockets don't scare him, but one player does. That's Reed Shepard. Reed Shepard could be great. He's a great shooter. We'll see what he does. But he's a pretty good defender. I will say that. Well, like I said, to me, or like I'm saying, when I do my power rankings, okay, when I do the power rankings, in fact, let's just go ahead and pull up the power rankings. Hey, what's up, George? When I do my power rankings, I don't know if I put them on here. Did I put them on here? I know that I have them on my normal thing, but I don't know if I have my power rankings. There we go. Good. I have my power rankings. Okay, here are my power rankings for the NBA. You have Thunder now. Before Van Fleet got hurt with Houston, I had them number 2, hotspot. So my power rankings are the Thunder, the Nuggets, the Cavs, the T-Wolves, the Rockets. Then I have the Knicks, the Mavs, the Magic, the Lakers, and the Warriors. So that's my thing. Now, the teams that make me nervous. Thank you, Caroline. The teams that make me nervous are. She just brought Caroline. Brought me some water. The teams that make me nervous. The Nuggets make me nervous, but not overly. At a scale of 1 to 10, the Nuggets are probably about a 6.5 or 7-ish for me. That's where they are. The Cavs don't make me nervous at all because they don't match up with us at all. The T-Wolves, they just don't scare me. They really don't. The Rockets scare the hell out of me on a scale of 1 to 10. Without Van Fleet, I'm going to say a 7, 7.5. The Nuggets are about 6.5, 7. So that's where the Rockets are. The Knicks, they don't scare me because they don't match up with us at all. Okay, Hotspot says he has the Knicks and the Sixers at 4. I don't have the Sixers anywhere because they can't stay healthy, so I don't have them anywhere. Now, you've got the Mavs at 7. The Mavs, to me, scare me. They're about a 7.5 or 8. You got on, George? A little chilly out here for you? Feels pretty good where I'm at in this corner over here. I'm blocked off. They put baby in a corner, so I'm pretty good over here. You've got the Magic at 8. They are about probably a 6. If we played them, here are your Eastern Conference Finals. If we play them in the finals, it would be the Cavs. They don't really scare me. The Knicks don't really scare me. The Magic don't really scare me. So none of those 3 teams, which to me are basically the top teams in the East, none of those teams really scare me. They just don't. Now, of those 3, the Cavs would scare me more than any of them, but I don't trust Donovan Mitchell and all those guys to make plays down the stretch in the playoffs. I don't see that happening. Now, they may have learned their lesson. Now, a team that's not on here that I think should be on here, that will be on here at some point, are the Detroit Pistons. Those are the ones that really, I think, make me nervous because of our matchups with them and their ability to play physical, their ability to score the basketball, their ability to play defense. That's the team that scares me a lot. That's why the Mavs scare the hell out of me. Because when you look at them, they're a mirror of us, except that they don't have a J-Dub and an SGA. They have one that's in between, which is Kyrie, but we don't know yet what Cooper is going to be yet. Okay? So they don't really have anything, but that's not to say that they won't. But right now, they scare me simply because the matchups that they have defensively, what they did is they got really big inside, which matches us, and then they got really, really good on the perimeter, which matches us defensively. And I'm sure they're looking at doing what we did, turn over the basketball and get baskets, easy transitional points. Let me see. Pistons are fast and athletic, but really raw. Right, that's what I'm saying. The Pistons are not there yet. That's why I don't have them hotspot on my list yet. I don't think the Pistons are quite there. But, like I said, the teams that scare me, Nuggets are about a 6.5 to 7. The Rockets are 7 a good 7.5. They're the team that scares. Those are the Mavs are the teams that scare me the most. I don't like the Lakers because we do not match up well with the Lakers at all. The Lakers are probably about an 8 to me. Excuse me. With LeBron, without, they're probably about 5. And then the Warriors are just always dangerous, but they don't really match up with us. They really don't. So I don't really worry about them so much and what they have to bring to us because I just don't think that that they match up to us. I think we had Steph, but we had SGA. And they have really nobody can guard him. Draymond can't guard him. Kuminga maybe can for a little bit, but they have nobody to really guard him. So he can do whatever the hell he wants. And then with the secret weapon, J-Dub, is our Scottie Pippen. I think that takes us over the edge when the Lakers are mid. Yeah, like I said, hot spot. Without LeBron, I don't worry about him so much. With LeBron, I worry about them because we don't really match up with Luka and him. That's my point. If you have needs for engineering, hit my guys up at SRB. For engineering, surveying, and planning, those guys are fantastic at taking care of you. And if you have a water treatment plant in your city or county that needs work because you like clean drinking water, hit these guys up. They are pros at making sure you have clean water to drink and bathe. Oak Grove Trucking, if you have needs for dirt, rock, and sand to be moved, hit those guys up. They love to take care of you and make sure you have everything that you need. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the OKC area. We appreciate them. And, of course, that's one of the reasons we are here at Cat's Tavern tonight because of YNB sponsoring us and allowing us to be here to support Cat and her place, which, of course, I'm here a lot anyway, but still we appreciate YNB and their support. Like I said, you can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you go to one of their 5 locations. The main bank at 401 Elm, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. YNB East, which is off the Parkway at 66 or 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40. Cannot miss it right there in front. Oh, man. Fairfield Hotel. It's not the Fairmont, but the Fairfield Hotel. That's where they are right in front of you. Can't miss it. And, of course, YNB Peoples located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. Gotta love those guys. And, of course, the House of Creed, handcrafted since 1760. I was talking to these ladies today, and her father had passed away, and Creed was one of his favorite colognes, and her son was 12, tried to take his cologne, and his dad was like, "Did you take Grandpa's cologne?" He's like, yeah, he took it. He took it. I'm like, go ahead, boy, you're 12 years old, you know what smells good, can't hate you. And here are the locations that you can go into to get some cologne. The Penn Square Mall, located in Oklahoma City. It is so fantastic. It's really, really good. Of course, Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, Town East Mall in Wichita, Oak Park Mall in Overland Park, Kansas, and then Little Rock, Arkansas for the Park Plaza Mall, and then, of course, Lubbock and Amarillo, of course, South Plains Mall. Now, we are going to, rest in peace, Grandpa, but we are going to be in Tulsa. We're going to try to do that sometime in December. I think they've got a big event that we're going to try to go to there in December at the Woodland Hills Mall. Wichita, that might be next year. Maybe if I get a day off on a Thursday that I'm not training kids, we may do it. We may do that one on a Thursday or a Monday or something like that. Or if they have an event, not on Saturdays because can't do that on Saturdays, but we'll figure it out if I can get around that and it's not a Thunder game or there's a Thunder game away. I could do that. Overland Park, man, I'd want to go there, but I'd have to be a weekend thing, man. I'd want to go stay because it's right there outside of Kansas City. I'd want to go to Kansas City and spend a weekend. That's just what I want to do because I love KC. But as they always said, Matt, remember, pick the best for your best, and I always try to remember that. And, of course, like I said, we are here today at Cat's Tavern, 901 64th Street, just off 64th and Class, and cannot miss it, just east of Class on 64th. You can only go east on there. They're open Monday through Sundays from 12 to 2, or Sunday through Monday, 12 to 2. However you want to look at it, I'm perfectly okay with doing either. Now, we talk about what the Thunder have coming up. The Thunder's first 10 games, okay, are going to be extremely important, our first 10 games. Because, number one, we're not going to have J-Dub. So this is a point that you're going to have to really batten down the hatches and really do something. You're really gonna have to. October 21st, of course, which is tomorrow, Rockets. Games at 6:30 now. At 6 o'clock tomorrow, everyone, they will be doing the banner and the ring ceremony. It will be at 6. So the game's at 6:30, so it'll be at 6 o'clock. So everybody get there. Now, the game will be on NBC or Peacock, depending on how you look at it. If you have NBC, if you have Cox, or you have DirecTV, or you have Hulu or YouTube, they do have the channel, so you'll be able to watch the regular NBC. Now, when they're on Peacock, you will have to have a subscription to Peacock in order to see the show. To do that, you're going to have that ready. October 25th is at Atlanta. October 23rd, which is Thursday. We're at Atlanta, at Indianapolis, playing the Pacers. That game is going to be on ESPN. So our first two games, one is on NBC, the second one is on ESPN, which is a huge get for the Thunder. I mean, that's basically saying we need to go up and step up to the point because of that, because of the fact that what the NBA is doing, putting us out in front. You have the MVP, SGA doing work, so you want to see that. Plus, that should be his 20th and 21st games of the year. Then, of course, on Saturday, we travel to Atlanta to play the Hawks. They play the Hawks, so I'm looking forward to. One of my friends just sent me something stupid. I can't say it on air. I've got crazy friends. Bro, you know I'm on air. I can't say stuff like that. And then the 27th, we play at the Mavs. So our first 4 games, okay, are Rockets at home, then at the Pacers Thursday, at the Hawks Saturday, at the Mavs on Monday. I'm trying to figure out how to get to that Monday night game. I'm really trying to figure that whole thing out on how I can take off and get there for that game. I know that's terrible, but that's what I'm working on, is to try to get to that game on that night in Dallas a week from today. That's what I'm working on, but I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to make that thing happen, but we shall see. I'm working on doing that right now. Then, of course, we have the Kings on Tuesday night at home. So we have our first back-to-back Thunder home games, or back-to-back games for Thunder. Then we play the Wizards at home. We play the Pelicans at home. And at the Clippers, at the Blazers, at the Kings. Now, hotspot we should be 9-1 and 8-2. I'm thinking more like 8-2, 7-3 at worst. That's because I think that you're going to lose a game here and there simply because of the simple fact that you don't have J-Dub and you're going to be getting everybody's best shot. And it may take us a minute, but I think SGA, I know, will be focused on doing what he needs to do, but we shall see if everybody else is on the same page, which I think they are. But I think 8-2, 7-3, I'm not going to be mad. 6-4, I'm going to be absolutely pissed off about it. But that's kind of what hot spot I think that the Thunder should be at. But I'm with you. 9-1 is a possibility. 9-1, 10-0 would set us off on a ridiculous trajectory. But that's why I'm thinking 8-2, 7-3 at worst. That's kind of what I was thinking for our first 10 games when you go on that winning streak or whatever you want to call it. That's what I look at. Now, when I look at the NBA schedule, Wednesday night, okay, we're Tuesday night, okay? So our first game is Tuesday night. And let me pull that up right here. So this is Tuesday night. You have the Rockets coming to the Thunder. We're 7.5-point favorites. The over-under is 226.5. Then the next game, right after that, is the Warriors at the Lakers. The Lakers are plus 1.5 favorites. Over under is 226.5. Now, it's kind of funny that the Lakers are getting points at home, but LeBron's not playing, so I'm sure that probably has a lot to do with it. Then on Wednesday, you have the Cavs at the Knicks, 6 o'clock. Now, that game is on ESPN, okay? Opening night, which is what I'm showing you, which is tomorrow night. Both those games are going to be on NBC and Peacock. The Suns and the Mavs are the 8:30 game, Wednesday night, also on ESPN. So you get Rockets, Thunder, Warriors, Lakers, Cavs, Knicks, Spurs, Mavs. Boy, you got to love the NBA. Then on Thursday, you have the Thunder at the Pacers. You have the Nuggets at Golden State. Now, I don't know about you, but that kind of stuff fires me up. You know what I'm saying? You've got all the teams playing right off the bat. Everybody playing right off the bat. Good games, too. I mean, Wednesday, you got us Tuesday night. You have us Thursday night as well. But Wednesday night, Cavs, Knicks, Spurs, Mavs. Come on now. How are you not excited about that? I'm so pumped up and excited about what's getting ready to happen. I mean, come on. Spurs, Mavs, Cavs, Knicks, Rockets, Thunder, Lakers, Warriors. You know, how's that not exciting? Now, the Thursday night schedule ended up being us and the Pacers and the Nuggets and Golden State. Now, the Nuggets and Golden State will be the late game. Now, those are both are going to be on ESPN. So we do NBC tomorrow night and ESPN Thursday night. So the fact that they put us in Golden State the first two nights, first two out of the 3 nights on TV, that says a lot about what we have. And like I said, we are matched with Golden State and the Lakers with 34 TV games this year, nationally televised games, which is great for me because I don't have to listen to that nonsense that I have to listen to on FanDuel. I don't have to listen to it. I am so excited about doing it. Oh, by the way, this is water. Not vodka water, but just water. But I'm excited. But yeah, Hotspot, what is your favorite thing? We talked about that earlier on opening night. Our favorite thing, the 4 things that I have as the favorite things. And I don't know if you're on, but Kat, I'm going to get your opinion on here's opening night, Hotspot. You already missed it. I just did it again, okay? Here's my opening night things because the NBA is messy. So here are my 4 reasons why the NBA is messy, and I love it. Okay, these are mine. You can do your 4. KD gets to watch us raise the championship banner. Number 2, KD gets to watch the Thunder players receive their championship rings. But the most important one to me is SGA gets to break the record he currently holds with SGA at KD at 72 consecutive 20-point games. That's what I'm most wanting to see. Now, granted, I've been 17 years, 18 years going through all the futile. There's the beauty of, like I tell people, I say, I remember when it used to be packed and it was called the Peak Thunderdome when it was loud as the loudest NBA gym in the world. But in the NBA, we had the loudest facility with the best fans. Okay. Then it went to where Russell left and we went in the toilet for 3 years. Now, I was still going to the game, and I was watching us play. My guy Randy Wright, he and I were still going to the game. My guy Mark Long was still going to the games. My girl Jennifer Falkenstein, she was still going. We were all still going to the games when we were getting killed. So we watched the futility of it. So raising the banner, going through what we went through and watching the rise of us to come up again, to me, that was fantastic. So, yes, I cannot wait to watch the banner and exactly the rings. But to break KD's record, that's what okay, thank you. I appreciate you agreeing with my list. And then, of course, KD gets beat in his first game with his new team, his fifth new team since leaving the Thunder, and the Thunder that drafted him. Okay, or his fifth overall team, because he went Thunder, Thunder, Warriors, Nets, Phoenix, and now the Rockets. So anyway, that's my thing. But I most want to say, as I said earlier, a hotspot, when SGA gets 17 points, I'm going to be videoing just like this, my phone. I'm going to be videoing on my phone to watch him break that record, hopefully against KD. Now, if he has 17, he has to hit a three. If he has 18, then he needs to hit either 2 free throws, which I want him to score, either on a step back or pull up, or he can hit a three. Okay, but I want his patented move. I want him to dip, pull up, or mid-range at the free throw line at the elbow or baseline when he puts the shoulder in and fades back. Those are the shots that I want to see when he gets 18 to tie to get 20 points. Now 19, I still want him to get KD. I want him to get KD on. Every time he gets 17 points, I'm filming. He gets 18 points, I'm filming. He gets 19 points, I'm filming. Because whoever's guarding him, that's a historic moment for the Thunder, historic moment for SGA, and then to me another nail for Kevin Durant. Now, that being said, I don't think anything bothers KD about us getting the rings. I don't think he's mad about that. I don't think it hurts his feelings. Now, what I think is that I believe that he is bothered that he did not get us a ring. That the guy. There's nothing unless I hear it from his mouth that will make me believe that he would want the Thunder not to have a ring, or that he would be mad that they had one. I don't believe that. I don't believe that, okay? There's nothing that's going to make me believe that he did not want to bring a ring to Oklahoma City. Just like I think he wanted to bring a ring to the Nets, like he wanted to bring a ring to the Suns, like he wants to bring it to the Rockets. Because what Poole said to him was like, what you tripping on after he blocked the shot? They won a ring after he left, which they did, Jordan Poole. When he was with Golden State, they won a ring. Now, granted, it was Boston, and Boston wasn't ready yet. Like when we got beat by the Mavericks 2 years ago, we weren't ready yet. We weren't ready. But last year we were ready. Now we understand what it takes. And I believe our players want to do back-to-back. Let me see. He's got Shea going 32, 6 and 7, 2 blocks, and 3 steals. So 32 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 blocks, and 3 steals. That's what you got, hotspot? 32, 6, 7, 2. Oh, that's not bad. I wish I could. Well, let me see. I'll take a picture of that so we can talk about this tomorrow, hotspot. We'll talk about what you said. There we go. So that's your prediction for that. I say Shea, he struggles against Houston. So I'll say 30, 31. Since they don't have a point guard, and so that's something that, hey Rob, that's something that you'll have to think about, the fact Houston does not have a point guard. I think that's going to put a little bit more pressure on Amen Thompson, on KD, and I think that's going to open it up even more for the Thunder. So SGA, I'm going to say 31 points. I'm going to say 5 rebounds. I'm going to say 8 assists because I think we'll be making shots. Okay, 9 assists. And I'm not going to give him a block, but I'm going to give him 2 steals. Because of the simple, I'll give him 1 block. I'm going to do a block. So I'm going to do 31, 5, 8, what the hell is that? Somebody was calling me. I'm like, what the hell y'all doing? That y'all know I'm on the air? So anyway, that's my shot for what I think that SGA will do tomorrow. And you guys can kind of do yours. I'm going to put that on my Facebook and my Instagram, on my story about what I think that he will do tomorrow. I think he'll do 31, 5. I'm gonna go ahead and give him 9 assists because I'm gonna give him 10 assists. I think we'll be shooting the basketball really well tomorrow on opening night. Okay, and then 1 block and 2 steals. So I'm going to be a little bit less and a little bit more in certain areas than you are tonight, Hotspot. That's kind of how I'm going to break it down for the Thunder. But that being said, what the NBA is doing, I think it's great, giving Oklahoma City so much exposure. We do have a person who could be the face of the NBA, even though he's not an American. SGA, he's Canadian. But I still think he can be the face of the NBA. I still think that he can do a lot of things because when you look at SGA's accomplishments and what SGA did last year, he had a fantastic year for us, number one, doing the things that he did, bringing the exposure to the Thunder. But this is what SGA did last year. So when I hear that J-Dub has just as much exposure or just as much, he has just as much or he has more upside than SGA has, I think it's crazy. Let me see. Okay, here's SGA's accomplishments, which is crazy, okay? He had the second most points scored, including the playoffs, since MJ, at 3,172 points. That was second to something MJ set in 92-93. So that's, what is that, 20, well, it's 30. That's 32 years, right? Yeah. No, 92, 93, and this was 24, 25. No, 24, 25. Remember, it's last year. So 24, 25. So 32. Huh? Yeah, 30. Rob's over correcting me. Give me that OU math. That's what he's doing. He's giving me OU math. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. But he's the fourth player to win the MVP, the scoring title, conference MVP, first team All-NBA, All-Star, and NBA title game.
But not all defense.
He did not make all defense, which is crazy. But, whatever.
Didn't Jordan?
Yeah. Well, Jordan's done something only he's the person only one to do 4 times. He did it 4 times. He's the only person ever to do it, which is insane. It's like scoring title, MVP, defensive, all first team all defense, first team all NBA, All-Star team, won the title, MVP of the conference, MVP of the season, MVP of the playoffs. He's the only person done that. He did it 4 times, which is stupid. Stupid good. He had 10 straight 30-point home playoff games, which broke Wilt Chamberlain's record. So he owns the record of 10 straight 30-point home playoff games. That's crazy. And then he had 12 30-point and 5-assist games in the playoffs, which ties Michael Jordan and LeBron. And then he had 72 consecutive 20-point games, which ties KD, which we've been talking about, which is crazy. And then Michael Jordan and SGA are the only players that shoot 30 and average 50% for 3 straight years. Now, Jordan did it for 5 straight years. So think about that. He and Jordan, only players that average 30 points and shoot 50% for 3 straight years. And you would think that's something that's not that hard to do. But at the time, they asked Michael Jordan, asked him why did he shoot threes. And Jordan said, if I shoot threes, that's going to limit what my game is. My game is not just to say, because all I'm going to do is stand out there and shoot a bunch of threes. And he said he didn't want to do that because it limits what his potential and what his game could possibly be. That's why he's shooting the mid-range. That's why he's attacking the basket the way he was. But he can shoot a 3. And you can see Shea is doing the same thing. Is that Shea had one thing about Shea, he only had 4 misses in the preseason. But he didn't play that much though, so hot spot. But still, that's crazy. It's not easy to only have 4 misses in the preseason. He's dialed in. I think, like I said, I don't think SGA is not focused. I think he's focused. I think our team is focused to repeat this year, but it's still hard to do. That's why I have us at 70 wins max. I have us at 63 wins totals this year, 64 total for my over-under. And then I had us at 58 or 59 wins is what I had us at. I can't either hotspot. Well, if you watch the preseason, dude, at one time we were 5 for 24 shooting threes or something stupid. I'm like, how the hell? We were 4 for 12 after the first quarter. I'm like, or 15. I'm like, or 4 for 15. So I'm like, why are we shooting so many damn threes? Three, 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 three. Let's win the ball game. Let's get buckets. You're shooting 50% from 2, and you're shooting 30% from 3. That's just crazy. I can't stand it either, hotspot. When I get there and I see it, I just want to go. I'm like, man, what the hell are y'all doing? Pisses me the hell off. I agree. SGA is looking like the 23-24 Shea, and that's the Shea we need while J-Dub is out. Like I said, 23-24, I believe SGA should have won the MVP. But remember, he hit the last second shot against New York and got hurt. So he missed the Celtics, he missed the Pacers, and he missed the Sixers. And all those games were on national TV. If he had done that, I think people would actually saw our team, and I think that would have vaulted him over Jokic for the MVP. I agree with several, like Stephen A. Smith, a couple people. I believe he should have been back-to-back MVPs, but nobody knew who the hell he was. They know who he is now. And them trying to get off that thing about being a free throw merchant. Everybody who's talking about that, they're no longer on TV. Stop that. That's stupid. You're an idiot. You know nothing about basketball to say that. When you're talking about him being a free throw merchant, I don't want to talk to you anymore. You're an idiot. I can't talk to idiots. You're an idiot. You have no idea what the hell you're talking about. That's why last year, when they did the same number of games, SGA and these other guys called him a free throw merchant. He was 34th in history. 34th. How are you a free throw merchant and you 34th in history? There's 33 other guys in front of you who have shot more free throws than you shot in those 10 playoff games. Really? Yeah, idiots. It's just sad, but I'm glad that those people are gone. I'm glad that we're going to have some good telecasts. But most important, I'm glad we have 34 games on national TV. First 2 games are on national TV. NBC Tuesday, tomorrow night, and then Thursday night on ESPN on Thursday night. So I cannot wait for both of those games. I cannot wait for what we're doing, but I cannot wait for tomorrow. Like I said, to me, all that other stuff is great. But to watch KD get his record that he set in 2017 when he was with the Thunder and then went to Golden State, he set that record that stood that long of 72 consecutive 20-point games. And the NBA being messy like they are, we get to watch SGA break that record. So KD not only has to what? Watch us do what? Raise the banners, which I don't think it bothers him that much because he's got 2. Get rings, I don't think that bothers him, he's got 2. But to have a record that he's held for 8 years, I promise you, he knows it's been that long. That's a pride thing. That's him. I promise you, if SJ has 17, 18, or 19, if KD's in the game, he's going to want to guard it because he's going to want to stop him from scoring. Oh, you ain't scoring on me, brother. And I'm sure SJ is like, oh, no, I'm scoring on your ass, which is what I would be saying, which is what anybody would be saying. Oh, yeah, I'm scoring. I'm getting a bucket, and I'm getting it on you tonight to break our record, to make it my record, to make it my record. Now, the question is KD going to be able to score 20 points a game consecutive to add to it? But he's got to remember, SGA is going to continue adding to it. So the question is KD going to be able to do that? I don't know if he is or not. I don't know if he is. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. Thank you, Hotspot, for agreeing with me. So, but I can say this. I was talking to somebody about this, about KD, and I'm just really joking about the him caring about the banner. I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares that we won a banner. I don't think he cares that these guys get rings. I think he's glad that the city got one. But, excuse me, I do believe that he wanted to bring one here. And I think if deep down in his soul, Rob's over there asking why he left. Because of that other dude that y'all like so much. That's why. Yep. That's why he left. Promise you. But anyway, to me, the way I look at it is he wanted to bring us the city a championship. I don't think he did. I think he wanted to bring the New Jersey Nets one. I think he wanted to deliver one to Phoenix because neither one of them have an NBA title. The Nets have an ABA title with Dr. J, but they don't have an NBA title. They have several with Dr. J. They have none NBA. The Phoenix Suns, I believe, don't have an NBA title either because of Michael Jordan. A lot of people don't have one because of Michael Jordan, like a lot of people don't have a ring because of Tiger Woods. So that does let me see, hotspot. I can see KD getting 28. No more because we'll be playing double bigs. That's true. I think KD's going to be fine, but hotspot, what I was saying, the question is he going to be able to do the 72 consecutive, score 20 points in consecutive games, again, to start that off this year, or whatever he's continuing from last year. I don't know how many he has. I'll probably try to look that up tomorrow, so that's something I can bring up on the show tomorrow night after the when we do our show after the game. So, but anyway, that's been it. You got anything else you want to talk about, hotspot? You got anything you want to talk about, brother? Let me see. Hotspot says, you know what would be the ultimate flex? He said, if we wore the 96 Supersonic jerseys one night. Just to put, no, we would never do that because because they hate us. Well, we're not the Supersonics anyways. You're right, Rob. We don't have their stuff. Yeah, they have the Supersonics have everything because we're not the Supersonics, we're the Thunder. And I believe the Supersonics will have a team again. The Seattle Supersonics will re-up, and that'll be a part of their history. So, but yeah, that would be funny is what that would be. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. There's no way they're gonna even give us remotely the chance to do that. Plus, they hate us, but it's their fault. Now, I do understand why Seattle didn't do it. You just built a soccer stadium. You just built a football stadium. You just did a baseball stadium. The Supersonics weren't winning. So why do they want to invest even more tax dollars into a team that's not winning? And they didn't believe the NBA would leave because they had been there for 50 years, 40 years, or whatever they had been there. So they didn't think the NBA would leave. Bye. See ya. Because I don't know how to say this without being harsh, but Hurricane Katrina did the Thunder a huge favor in the city of Oklahoma City. 100%. If it wasn't for Katrina, we would have never got the Hornets because the NBA had been wanting to try and maybe move a team to Oklahoma City, but they didn't know if it would work. In those 2 years they were here, they found out, it would work. And then within 4 years, Rob, what was it, Katrina? Within 4 years, 80 and 90, 2009 or 8, we got a team? I want to say it was 3 or 4 years later. It wasn't very long after Katrina. When you look up when was try to say, I don't remember when Hurricane Katrina was, but I want to say 2004-ish. 05? Okay, 05. And 3 years later, Thunder have a team. Or actually the next year after they left because we had them in 2005 and 2006 and in 2008, so 2 years later we got a team. Basically. I mean, even they were still in Seattle, they basically were coming to Oklahoma City. Yeah, the check did clear. What was it? 300 whatever million, I think is what they paid for it. And they're worth what, $5 billion, $6 billion now? And someone was like, the Thunder are going to sell. If they do, they're not going anywhere. The Thunder aren't going anywhere, okay? Maybe it was 600 million. But the Thunder aren't going anywhere. I mean, think about this. The NBA loves the Thunder. Because look at what we've done as far as making this city better, making this city much more amiable to other events. You look at downtown, you look at Bricktown, you look at what's happening. What was it? 325 million, and it's worth $5 to $6 billion. And why wouldn't they sell it? Most of those guys, none of those guys care about basketball other than Clay. The rest of them aren't sports people. They don't care. Cameron and them don't care. They're there, but they don't really care. They're not sports guys. But I can tell you this, if the Thunder do sell, they ain't going nowhere. Think about this. The Portland Trailblazers owner lives in North Carolina. But who the hell doesn't be one of 30? You're one of 30 people in the world that have an NBA franchise. And if you can afford to spend $5 billion, you can afford to fly in and fly out every night, or fly in the night before, or whatever you want to do, and then get a condo or a town, whatever you want to, some penthouse somewhere. Because I know if it was me and I live someplace, I'd own the Thunder. There's some nice places right downtown that you can buy, or you rent a suite in the Omni. I mean, come on now. Think the Omni's not going to give you a deal to have to be their guy? Yeah, of course they will. Of course they would. Make your basketball better and watchable. Agreed. 100%. So, but anyway, tomorrow night, guys, the Oklahoma City Thunder open the NBA season. Let's go ahead and put this up for those of you all who probably just came on or whatever. The Thunder and the Rockets tomorrow night. The Thunder are 7.5-point favorites. The over-under is 226.5. Then you've got the Warriors and the Lakers at 9 p.m. The Thunder game's at 6:30 on NBC. Not ESPN, not, FanDuel. Well, it's still probably on. I don't know if it'll be on FanDuel, probably. But NBC, since it's on regular channel, it'll probably be a blackout. And then, of course, the Warriors and Lakers are the game after hours at Lakers plus 1.5. Plus 1.5. But, of course, LeBron is hurt or whatever he is, whatever LeBron is, blah, blah, blah. And the over-under is 226.5, which I thought was interesting. They're both over-unders at 226.5. But the Thunder 7.5-point favorites, which I'm going to take the Rockets because I just think the Thunder are worried about this game because we got so much going on. I mean, there's a lot going on for the Thunder, getting the rings, getting the banner. And then not only that, but then on top of that, you still have your family coming in. You got to get tickets for everybody. It's going to be an absolute mess. It really, really is. So I would take the Rockets, and that's simply because I think it's going to be a close game. And if the Thunder, I mean, if this is a game you can lose, that's why I said 8-2 in our first 10 games, maybe 7-3, because this first game is a 100% toss-up. The hardest team for us to not match up with and play against is Houston. And that being said, the second hardest thing to do is what? With all the distractions going on, everything, rings, family, all, banners, everybody telling you how wonderful you are. It's a hard thing. So, that being said, hey, 2025 World Champions, the repeat starts tomorrow.